Hello, everybody, and welcome to a quick review of the Royale Reforged update. It's the hotfix notes. It's some type of patch to some degree. Doesn't look like it's too crazy, but there are some fixes that I want to make note of so you guys know what to kind of expect, so you're not caught off guard when you join a game and are confused why your weapons and abilities work a little bit differently. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. I've made a notepad so we can kind of look at what Discord and the official Realm notes on the website have to say, because there are some more details Discord gets into compared to the Realm Royale page itself. And I'll link both of those in the description for you guys if you want to check them out. But let's go ahead and start off on number one, which is the Goblin. It's decreased the movement speed by 12% and decreased the health by 15%. They say because people thought it took too long to kill, which to some extent sort of true. I sometimes would avoid goblins because I just didn't want to hunt them down. It would only take a few seconds, but I just like to get kills. But that's my preference. So this will be easier for everybody to kind of kill them. It'll save you a few seconds when doing that. Next, we'll go on to the auto sniper. It says the common version of this item has been removed from your first pull out of a chest, and it increases the damage by, obviously it looks like 20 damage boost, which is good, and the fire rate by 0.1 is kind of what it decreases it from. So kind of looking at that right over here, this is the patch notes on the website, and then we go, okay, Discord also says the zoom field of view, it was 40, now it's 30, so you have more vision, or less vision, however you want to interpret that, that's what you have. And there's also a dev note on Discord that I don't understand. It kind of contradicts, but it says common auto sniper removed from the loot pool, but this one just says you won't get it your first chest, basically. So you could get it your second chest according to the website, but Discord, they say it's removed from the loot pool. And I mean, that's kind of like entirely, so I don't understand that kind of contradiction, but we'll move on from that. So you won't get it your first chest guaranteed, and it's been improved, which is good because auto sniper is fun. It's just a little slow at times, so it makes it more viable. Then we'll go down to the Lightfoot potion abilities. There you go, decrease pre-fire from 0.2 to 0.1 and increases effect radius from 27.5. So it's a bigger effect radius. So you're more likely to hit your target now that they've increased it, which is good because you want your abilities to hit. And the cooldown, it shows you what the cooldown is. So you can throw it more often as well. And then we go to this. You also have a new effect of the ability, or a way to activate your ability as well. Right here it says allowing easier double tapping to self cast. So if you double tap the ability, you'll just use it on yourself. So I guess you don't have to throw it at your feet at this point, which is really nice, actually. I like that change because I do want to just use it on myself sometimes and not use it on my team because nobody's near me. So I'll have to test that out, see how effective that actually is. And then we go on to the Flask of Healing as well, and kind of the same kind of idea going on there. Decreased pre-fire and the effect radius too. So they basically wanted to make the ability a bit easier to hit with, and this should hopefully help with the non-register issues, which actually happened quite often to me. I would throw the ability at my feet and nothing would happen, especially on stairs. If anybody ever threw an ability on stairs, you know that it sometimes won't even activate, so you'll just be a little confused. So let's go on to the decoy. See, it's normalized movement speed to 25. Okay, you may think, okay, I don't know what that means. It's 25. What was it before? Well, we have the patch notes on Discord. So we go down to right here. It was 30%, so it's 25%, which means you're going to be slower coming out of decoy, which isn't too big of a deal. It's nice moving faster, but still 25's not too bad. And then we have Concussion Grenade. They decrease or increase the cooldown So it takes a little bit longer for you to get that back, but that should be fine. It's not too big of an issue. We go on to Grounding Shock, which increases the damage across all rarities by 25 and decreases the cooldown by 1 second. So they buffed Grounding Shock. We got Grounding Shock right here. So it used to be 250, now it's going to be 275 at the gray, and all the way up to legendary is 400. So that's what you can kind of expect the damage output will be from now on with that. So then we go on to, this is the warriors section. We got Enrage, and there used to be a bug where it was doing 30% endgame, which I didn't notice, but which is good. I mean, I'm glad they're kind of reducing it because warrior's good enough already, and that 5% isn't going to do too much. It will, obviously, it used to save warriors' lives, but this is, I think, a good change. Warrior was very powerful when they popped their Enrage. You were almost guaranteed to die if the warrior hit their axes, no matter what ability or weapon you had with that. And let me see if that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. And the heroic leap as well, we go on to that. And it starts at 150 and scales to 300, and the leap radius is decreased as well. So we got the 17% effect radius reduction, and look at that, 100% decrease in the damage. So this is gonna impact the early game when you could originally just jump on people with your leap and do so much damage to them. Now it's been reduced a little, so you have to actually fight a little bit smarter. You know, you're not gonna have that free 100 damage that you normally would in the beginning. And we also have, obviously, this also means you have to jump right on them almost, or be a little closer to them than you originally needed to. Yeah, it's only about 4 meters, but that can make a difference, definitely. And the throwing axe is a little bit, the hitbox of the throwing axe is decreased as well, as we can see. And it just says hitbox slightly, but if you go to the patch notes on Discord, again, you'll see it's decreased by 10% the hitbox, which is good. So warriors are meant to be close range. They're not meant to throw axes long range and hit people, or even mid range should be a challenge. They want to be able to get close. That's the beauty of a warrior, is you're up close in their face. So this is a good change because it encourages warriors to rush in and be what warriors are, just bulls in a china shop. So we go on to the mage. We start with the fireball, which increases the hitbox to match the size of the fireball, and decreases the pre-fire rate as well. So the fireball projectile, okay, it used to be 1.8, now it's 2.5. So that's like a whole percentage point higher, you know, almost 100%, like a 70% increase or so to their size of the projectile, which means you're going to hit your fireballs more often, which is good. I actually have a clip of something where I threw a fireball and it missed him. Maybe I'm just bad, actually. I'm probably just bad. So let's go on to the fire staff. We see that it increased the projectile speed by 50, which basically it was 500, now it's 550, and decreases the radius by 50%. And it says the effect/effective radius was 8 for the effect and 3 for the effective radius. Now it's going to be 4 and 2. So it means the splash damage that you normally get from the fire staff is reduced. So you're not going to be able to hit people from behind walls as easily as you used to be able to. So I don't know how I feel about that yet. I'll have to test it out to see just how viable that actually is. Then we go on to the ice staff. It increases the ammo from 6 to 7 and the slow from 20% to 17%, as you can see right here too. So which is good because ice staff needed a buff to the ammo. I was reloading too often. But they reduced the slow, so you're not going to be slowed as much at this point. Like I said, I don't use the ice staff so much, so I don't know how much that's going to affect anything. Then we go on to the hunter with the crossbow. They only have one thing, which is the reload speed increased, and the ammo increased, which is good. It's going to be hunters making crossbow more of a base kit if they want to have like a machine gun type weapon. But that does really good damage. So yeah, I don't know if I'll still use crossbow. I'll test it out. Why not? And then we go to the LMG. You'll see that it's improved the accuracy of this weapon. You might be wondering, what does that mean? I'll tell you. And it decreased the damage by 30. So let's go to these. We see that the LMG decreased from 150 damage, that's how much you did per shot, to 120 damage. And the accuracy loss per shot decreased. So basically, they nerfed the damage but buffed the accuracy. So we do less damage, but our bullets aren't flying all around the target. So we're gonna hit more shots now. So yeah, that's a better buff when you're talking about mid-range to long range. Close range, I guess it didn't matter too much. I don't really use the LMG, so I'm not exactly all comfortable with talking more about that. So I'm going to move on to the Revolver, and we see it just accuracy normalized across all rarities. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for Discord, which we see that accuracy normalized to match the Epic Revolver right there. So the Epic, which I didn't know, was apparently more accurate than the other rarities. So now everything's going to be the same. I thought they were all the same to begin with, but look at that. The more you know. And just so before we head out, there's a dev edit to the Discord, which indicates that the crossbow and ice staff ammo changes caused issues with both of the weapons. I'm not sure what that means, what type of issues they're alluding to, but we'll find out when we use the weapons. So I hope that quick rundown of the patch notes has been helpful to you. Like I said, I'm going to leave them, both the links in the description to the Discord and the official Realm Royale page, as you can see. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope it was informative. Take care. Enjoy the realm, guys.